Okay, so again, super excited. It's always a fun time to hear from the men of Plexus, simply because, guys, I mean, let's face it, most of the time, us women are dragging our men to the doctor's office. We are trying to encourage our family members, including our spouses, to get their act together with their health. And so when we see men join us on this journey and they are proactively taking measures to do something different for their own personal health, honestly, there's nothing more inspiring to me. So without further ado, we're going to hear from three amazing men, and we are going to get started with our first testimony. I'd love for you to unmute yourself, Mr. Derek Deal.
Took them, well, I guess you're going alphabetical, but good evening, everyone. And welcome. Thank you, Robin, first of all, before we get started, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you for the excitement that you're not only bringing to the ladies in the group, but Shiante shares that excitement with me every time you all talk. So thank you for that. Good evening, everyone. I'm just here to share my testimony, share my story, what I call my Plexus testimony. For Shiante and I, we started back in March, but if I can, I want to go back a little bit further because I feel like my journey to Plexus actually began in 2013. I left a job that I love, is a dream job, to try a new career in 2013, and it didn't work out. Between 2013 and 2018 was a very hard time for my family and I. A lot of it had to do with I was in sales. I wasn't a salesman, but I tried it anyway. Didn't get to sales. In 2015, I lost my contract to New York Life. During that time, I developed all kind of bad habits: the depression, being lazy, sitting at home. And when you add those three things up, at the end of the day, all I've been doing is eating. So about from 2015 to 2018. My weight went from 260 to 340. So I began to feel sluggish and tired, but I really didn't want to change. 2018, I got my dream job back. And although my mental health had jumped right back to where it was before, I had done so much damage to my body to where it was painful for me to get up in the morning. I was having headaches. I was taking BC powder like a teenager would take Tic Tacs just to alleviate the pain. And I'm thankful for friends that Shiante had, and Rachel, Dr. Rachel, rather, I like to say, and the whole cloud that came around and just helped us. So from 2015 to 2018, I had done so much damage to my body to where I was having high cholesterol. My doctor was telling me that I was pre-diabetic, but we know there's no such thing as pre-diabetic. You're either diabetic or you're not. I mean, there's no such thing as pre. I was taking high blood pressure medicine, and even with that, headaches. Didn't really care about changing until March 2020, when Shiante came to me and said, hey, Rachel's been telling me about this Plexus. I'm excited. I want to try it. Being a good husband, I said, you know what? I'll come on board and support you in this. Let me tell you, Plexus has been one of the best things I've done, and I say, my entire life. Being someone who used to work out all the time, I was always concerned about how I looked on the outside, but to tell you how I feel on the inside, words cannot do justice. To cut this short, we began in March, and in June, I went to the doctor, got my results back. I had to write it down. Shiante's knows this better than me. My cholesterol went from 208 to 160. My A1C, we know that's what causes diabetes in our community, went from 6.3 to 5.6. I'm taking Plexus. I'm waking up every morning energetic. It used to take me 15 minutes in the morning to just get up. And I used to sit there and say, I'm letting my body warm up. And it was a joke. I would get out of the bed and I'm walking like my dad, who's 75 years old. I'm 46. There's no reason I should be hunchback early in the morning. But it took me a while to warm up. So taking Plexus has totally changed my lifestyle. I'm taking all the supplements. If Shiante doesn't have them when I need them, I'm asking her, hey, I need my stuff. It's just been a wonderful journey, and I feel myself being healthy. One of the reasons why I'm glad I did this is I have two boys who are in college. I want to live long enough to see them have their own families and do well. And if I'm not taking care of my inside, I won't be here as long as I would like to be. You're talking to someone who just prior to us starting, it's no exaggeration, my shirts were 4Xs. I put this shirt on today, it's a 2X. Now, I still look like the big guy, but when I tell you the inches are falling, if y'all don't believe me, y'all can look at this collar. So if nothing else, Plexus is going to owe me a wardrobe. But if I can encourage you, brothers, anything else, I went from drinking 4 cups of coffee a day. With those 4 cups of coffee a day, 3 teaspoons of sugar in each cup. So there was one sub. If I could leave with anything else, get active. Not just get active with doing Plexus, get active to supplement. This, if I could share this one supplement, I don't know if you all can see it, but it's active. Check, oh, I got the light on, I'm trying to be fancy tonight. There we go, active. This one supplement, one packet in a bottle of water in the mornings, no longer need 4 cups of coffee, no jitters, no headaches, nothing at all. If I drink coffee, it's because I'm spending time with my grandfather. Other than that, this is all I need. So I'm telling you, this stuff works. I tried a lot of stuff, hydroxycut, phenadrine, whatever you can get from GNC. But that was just so I could lose weight. But to say how I feel on the inside since taking Plexus, there are no words for it. And my life has been better. My wife has been happier. And on my job, hey, I'm a corporate trainer. By 1 o'clock, I'd be tired. Now my class is wondering where I'm getting that energy from. Plexus, baby. So thank you, Robin. I just want to share that. I hope this helps somebody on their Plexus journey. Thank you all.
Such an amazing testimony. Oh my goodness, Derek. Well, I knew I would like you just because you're named Derek, right? My husband's named Derek, same spelling. And I am just so excited to hear so many health wins that you've experienced from March. Man, this is crazy. Well, one of the things I want to point to what Derek said is he admitted, he said, I'd done so much damage, all the damage that he had done. And a lot of times we don't want to come to terms with that all the years of drinking sodas, having too many carbs, drinking too much alcohol, not pooping and not caring that we're not pooping and peeing, like all the things, like we don't realize how much damage we're doing to our systems over time. And so I'm so glad, Derek, that you spelled that out for us, because I think a lot of times we don't realize that what we're doing to ourselves. So the fact that you take in control of your own health, and not just for yourself, but just thinking about your future generations and wanting to see your kids have kids, and so you can enjoy that time with your grandbabies, is such a special blessing. So thank you so much for hopping on this call tonight, and I cannot wait to meet you and for my Derek to meet you, Derek.
You know, same here. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you again. Okay, so we are oh wait, Derek, are you on the triplex and active? Or are you on something else besides triplex and active?
If Plexus made it, I'm on it. I have my regimen. I start off with the triplex, the lean, the MetaBurn, the X Factor Plus. If Plexus's name is on it, I'm taking it. And if I don't have it, Shiante already put it in the cart for me. I'm doing it all. Oh, and that actually, I think, is what really made the difference. The triplex really made the difference in my gut health. I had no issue going to if I can say this, I don't want to gross anybody out. I had no issue going to the restroom, but my issue was it wasn't healthy. Yep. So you know that if you either go or if you go and it's not healthy. So, and it just completely changed that for me. Yeah, that's amazing. I love that you said that too. And you can never overshare on our calls. We talk about poop all the time. But I'm really glad that you shared that, because I think most men have less issues with constipation. It's more women that have issues with constipation. But it doesn't necessarily mean that your poop is healthy, even though you're pooping. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that. And triplex does turn that all the way around. So all the way around. Thank you so much again for sharing, Derek. We really appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to now turn it over to Jason Brown Sr. Super excited to hear from you, Jason. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Robin, what's going on? How you doing? How y'all doing this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. First of all, thank you, Robin, for giving me this opportunity to express myself and tell my story. And I'm actually have just two, myself and then my parents. But Derek, don't worry about it, Doc. Defecating, Doc, we ain't got no problem doing that. I do that either. I mean, ball clean, just help me, just go ahead and come on through, Doc. That's what we do. That's it. It helps out. But listen, this is what I want to say. My sponsor, when I was home in March, I was had my kids doing spring break before all this COVID hit. I had seen her. Her name is Yolanda Singleton. I could not believe basically what I had saw. All the weight that she had lost. And she told me about some Plexus. I said, some who? Some Plexus? What is that? I said, I don't know what it is, but I tell you what, if it done did what it done did to you, I need to get on that. So that's all I need to do. So I signed up now. I don't know nothing about none of that. But I'm telling you right now, that's the best thing that I could ever do. The reason why I say that, high blood pressure, hypertension, same thing, diabetic, running my family. And it's between my mom and my daddy. Now, I played ball in college. After I got through doing all that, man, I had aches everywhere. Knees, I got arthritis like a mug. But I'm telling you something, after I started taking that triplex combo and I started taking the E's, my arthritis, getting up out the bed, I'm like that. Getting up out the bed, man, you popping popcorn, snap, crackle, and pop, I'm telling you. And it just was like that. But it's not like that now because, let me tell you something, this E's right here, man, this magic. For that, the inflammation, this turmeric, is magic. But anyway, blood pressure always was high. Okay, always. Man, that pink drink has really did that. I'm talking about dropped it. Not only that, you're talking about inches, and I do work out. And look, I got 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs. And I was like, when I get through, I'm tired. But after I've been taking all these supplements, man, I got much energy, feel good, and my body, my joints feel better. Everything. Blood pressure is real good. And the second thing, my parents, both of them same thing, because I got it from them, right? My daddy and mom. My mom take the pill as far as diabetes. She don't take the insulin. My father, he takes the insulin pills. Got great information from them. After they went back to the doctor, man, the doctor, I guess he was just so astounded, like, your levels are real low, like in the hundreds. What? In the hundreds? He couldn't believe that himself. But I said, baby, it's Plexus doing it to you. It's the pink drink. Okay, it's the pink drink. Mama the same way. When I tell you both, my daddy's 71, my mama's 69. They religiously drink that pink drink every morning. My daddy get up talking about, hey, I got to have the pink drink. I got to have it. So that's a regimen. They on triplex too. They're doing wonderful with that. So if any brother that's on here listening, if you think this stuff don't work, I'm telling you, look, I weighed 351 pounds. I'm down to 307. I done lost 4 inches off my waist. And I've been on the stuff for 2 months. But I'm exercising and I actually watching stuff what I eat. That is helping too. That's a major plus. Okay. But I'm telling you, fellas, any of y'all that's not on this, you got to gravitate to it. You got to get to it. I'm telling you. But I want to say this here. Shout out to my team. Oh my goodness. They're great people. If I got a question, I call and answer. Yolanda Singleton, Monifa, Miss Horton, Wayetta, McKenzie. I can't forget about me. Them people right there, if I had any kind of question, they will answer. And I'm glad to be a part of the team. My saying is this: Plexus is the truth. That's real talk. It's the truth. And I love me some Plexus. Man, that's all I talk about. But brothers, if you're on here, grab that stuff. Get a hold of it. Get it. I'm telling you, it'll work. But Robin, thank you for letting me talk. I can talk all day, but I'm going to cut it off. But thank you so much, lady.
Oh my gosh, I just love you, Jason. That testimony was amazing. And what a blessing you are to your parents. The fact that you care enough about them to say, look, I know of something that will help you. Let's do
Hmm.
this together. What an
Yes.
amazing blessing, Jason. So I just want to tell you how much we appreciate your energy, your spirit. You can bring so much value and have already brought so much value. You bring value just by being on our calls every week. So I just appreciate you so, so much, and stick with it. The best is yet to come. Thank
You
you, Jason.
better know it.
That's right. Okay. Last but not least, I would love to introduce my childhood friend and awesome ambassador, Thornell Godfrey.
Hey, Robin, how are you? How's everybody today? So good to be here. I'm glad to be a part of this call. Guys, all those testimonies, I'm just astounded. I'm so thankful to hear testimonies of other men that are taking the products and faithfully, entering on their health journey. It's just an awesome thing to hear. So kudos to all of you brothers who are on here that are actually taking the products, because I'm just blessed to hear your story. But I can tell you, for me, my journey started about 5 years ago, and I actually did a little research today. So I was talking to Robin about this earlier. I went back to see my first post that I liked at a Robbins, and so that I liked a Robbins, and I went back. It was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was on this journey. I was, my health was not where it needed to be. Just a little bit about myself. Father of four, husband, former athlete that's struggling, and the struggle is real. Struggling with my weight. Things just were not working out the way that I needed them to work out, and I was on this journey just searching, like, what can I do? To get my health where it needs to be. I mean, I was overweight. Daily did not have the energy. I mean, literally every day I would wake up just feeling sluggish and dragging and just not have the energy to really make it through the day. Was having, high blood pressure and, GI issues and, just all kinds of, problems that I was facing, and going to all these doctors to try to figure out what can I do to get better. And the unfortunate side to it is the doctors only wanted to treat my symptoms and all the problems that I was having with medication that I knew that would only really deal with kind of the symptoms and not really get to the root of the issue. And so I was on this journey looking for a natural alternative to get healthy. I mean, I'm working out on a daily basis and, changed my lifestyle and was eating healthier. And for some reason, it just seems like I could not lose weight. It just didn't work. And so I was one day just kind of scrolling through my Facebook page and looking through my feed, and happened to see one of Robin's posts. And she was talking about, this product called Slim and some of the benefits of Slim and how it helps with blood pressure and helps with sugar cravings. And man, my sugar cravings were out of control. And, so many of the things that I was looking for, that post gave me hope. And I was looking, I said, that's me. She's talking about me. She literally was talking to me directly. I needed to lose weight. I had high blood pressure. I was having sugar cravings. My doctors were giving me all these medications. My inflammation was out of control. I was in pain on a daily basis. I could relate when the brother was talking about the pain that he was in on a daily basis. I felt the same way. I would get up and just ache, and today I'm just amazed at how much better I feel. So I saw that post. Summer and I signed up for the Triplex combo. We started the Plexus products, and I can tell you when we first started them, I wasn't really, it wasn't that I wasn't optimistic. I felt like there were going to be answers, but I didn't really go into it thinking that it was going to be something that was going to happen immediately. Like I was expecting it was going to at least take to like 2 to 3 months before I could really kind of see and gauge, if these products are working for me, if they're really benefiting me in some kind of way. And so I kind of walked into it with that type of expectation, but I was definitely pleasantly surprised when, really within about 3 days, I could feel the difference. It wasn't that everything had been fixed. I still had some of the same issues, but I felt different. I mean, I woke up one morning that fog that I used to have, it wasn't there. I mean, I had this fog, this, brain fog on a daily basis. Also, I didn't mention that, but it wasn't there. And I had this mental clarity, and I felt energetic. I felt like I had gotten this amazing amount of rest, but I went to bed the same time I normally do. And so what did I do different? So I woke up and I remember Summer and I having this conversation. I said, man, I feel really good today. And I don't know what I did different. And she said, you know what, I feel the same way. And so we both got up with this energy and this mental clarity. And we looked at each other, and it was kind of like in disbelief, like, could it be Plexus? So, and we got up and we moved on throughout the day. And then we realized, you know what, this is Plexus. Things just turned around. And so I have been losing weight. I'm probably down, I would say at least 50 pounds. I was a 3X, and I'm talking about fitting it well, almost down to a 1X. And so I've lost quite a few inches. Blood pressure completely regulated. I don't take any medications for blood pressure. I was on blood pressure medication, but it's completely gone. I don't have that. And I'm like the other brother. I want to live long. I want to live to be able to enjoy my grandchildren. I want to live a healthy lifestyle. I want to live like my grandfather did, to 102, and have a long life. And I am so thankful that Robin posted that day. I mean, that she was faithfully posting. And I'm so thankful that by providence that I saw it. I just happened. I'm not even the Facebook guy, but I saw the post that day. And we started taking these products. And so now we're on this regimen. I'm taking the Triplex combo. I'm taking MetaBurn, which is amazing. I mean, I'm really seeing a big drop in inches since I've been taking the MetaBurn. I'm also taking the lean shakes. So we take that. I take your, the multivitamin, and I'm kind of going blank there, but we're taking as many of the products as we possibly can. I've taken active here and there as needed, but my life has completely turned around health-wise. And, I'm still on my journey. I'm still not down to that playing weight. I don't know if I ever get there, but I'm working on it. But I do have hope. I know that I have hope that I didn't have before, because I know that hamster wheel that I was on, where it just seemed like I'm doing making all the effort, but not, seeing the change. Plexus helped me to break that barrier and help me to get to the place to where I feel better. And, I actually feel like working out. I feel like actually getting up and doing something. I actually want to go somewhere because I actually have energy. And, so it has literally changed me in that area. So the other benefit is this: it's affected my family. My wife, she's healthy. Some of you know Summer's testimony and how it's turned her health around, and how she's up out of the bed, and she's got her strength back, and all of her inflammation is pretty much gone, and the pain that she was in is not there. But the other thing about it that I didn't see with Plexus, it was like, I wanted to get healthy. That was really my biggest concern, was for me to be healthy and for Summer to be healthy. We wanted to get on the journey of being healthy, and that was it. The side bonus to that is while Summer was down physically and she was having all of the health issues that she was having, we both had to come together in prayer and make a decision that she was going to have to leave her job. And so we lost the $70,000 a year income in our family. And that was a really big hit for us. And so at the time, my income wasn't really supporting the family, but it wouldn't, the amount of debt load that we had at the time, my income just wasn't really enough to live comfortably. And we were struggling, financially, as we were having to really come to the terms that income is gone and it's not coming back. And what are we going to do to offset that and to regain, the lifestyle that we were used to having? Well, Summer woke up one day and said, I want to do Plexus. And she came to me and asked me. We both of us really kind of stayed away from MLMs and multi-level marketing. But I remember one day she came to me with a very serious look on her face, and she says, babe, I really feel like the Lord is telling me that I need to do Plexus. And I looked at her and I said, okay, I hear you. So let's pray about it. So we prayed about it. She came back to me multiple times. Summer followed up with me religiously to let me know how serious she was about this. And I knew something was different because this is not her. And so we looked a little bit more into the Plexus line of products. We looked into the business, and we saw something that really intrigued both of us. And we signed up. Summer signed up as an ambassador and started working the business. And I can tell you, the loss of her income is not felt, because what she's done building her Plexus team and building, her business has actually taken the place of the loss that the income that she lost through her corporate American job. And it has been a tremendous blessing to our family, health-wise, financial, the way we feel, just the possibility and hope. We're just so thankful for it. And so that's a little bit about our story and how Plexus has really been the lifesaver and the saver of our day. We're just so thankful for it. And so, Robin, thank you so much for introducing us to Plexus and everything that you do as a leader. We so much appreciate you, and you're amazing. And we're so thankful for you.
Wow. I could listen to your testimony and Summer's testimony for the rest of my life. Every time I hear it, it's even more inspiring. Thornell and Summer are also just amazing men and women of God. They have led a prayer call for our team for, I would have to say, the past several years, almost at least over a year, I think. And so they have just shepherded our team so well. And so we appreciate you guys so much for everything you've done to help just lead our team and be such an amazing bright light for us all. So thank you guys so much. I want to end the call really quickly with just, for those of you who are guests on the call and you're trying to figure out like what would be the best combo for you to get started with, all the men take the triplex combo. That is our slim, that's our pink drink. You shake it up in a bottle of water, you drink it once a day. You can drink it up to twice a day, but most people just drink it once a day. It helps to balance blood sugar. It's what's helping with the inflammation. It's what's helping with blood pressure. It's what's helping with cholesterol, lipids, triglycerides, all the things, okay? It's really gonna help with your full panel, okay, when you go and get your blood work done. Consistency is key with these products. And I don't know if Jason said it, I think all the guys said it. They're like, Plexus was like the glue. It's a tool, okay? So it's not a magic pill. I love that all these men said, and I did not tell them to say any of this stuff, y'all. They all said, it now made me want to work out. Like, it made me want to get more physically active. It made me want to eat better foods. Like, balancing your blood sugar helps you to naturally want to do those things. And so it's a tool. You have to work with the product. So guys, thank you so much for just sharing that piece. Secondly is our probiotic. Most of the health issues that a lot of people face in this country is because of dysbiosis, and it's an imbalance of the gut. And so if you are just trying to lose weight, but you're not addressing your gut health and the imbalance of your gut, then your efforts will normally be futile. Like, you're not going to get anywhere, okay? And that's the reason why I think Derek was talking about, I tried hydroxycut, anything from GNC, anything from Whole Foods, wherever. All of those things may have worked minimally, or they may have worked for a period of time, but it wasn't anything that was sustainable. And so that's another great thing about our products. So that probiotic is also included in the triplex and then our BioCleanse. So glad Derek brought up pooping. It is a real thing. Between 5 and 25 pounds of toxic waste is what the average American is carrying around on a daily basis, and they don't realize it. So honest to goodness, I've had people just take BioCleanse and feel like they're lighter, like they have a little bit more pep in their step because they're just getting that toxic waste flushed out of their system. So that's super important as well. So those are the 3 products in the triplex. Thornell also talked about sparingly taking active whenever he needs it. That's our natural energy product. I think Jason, you're probably on that as well. I know Derek is. Also the X Factor, that was the multivitamin that Thornell was mentioning. X Factor Plus and X Factor, they're both amazing multivitamins. My husband takes X Factor Plus. I take just the regular X Factor. And then we have a great protein shake that I think some of the guys talked about as well. One thing I want to mention finally is Jason mentioned Ease. Okay, Ease is one of like the silent heroes of our product line. I talk about it all the time. I was just talking about it to a new ambassador who will be joining me tomorrow. And it is an amazing product for pain and inflammation. A lot of times, and all these men were talking about, they would wake up in the morning and Jason was like, snack, crackle, pop, you know, is like, you're struggling to get out of bed. Ease is really going to bring down a lot of that systemic inflammation that a lot of us are experiencing, but we're not even aware that we're dealing with it. A lot of times when I ask people, are you dealing with a lot of inflammation? Half the time people say yes, half the time people say no, because they don't even realize they're suffering from inflammation. I had a lot of inflammation when I started Plexus, and I just take the maintenance dose every day just because there's so many amazing benefits to it. So that's our Ease product. So thank you, thank you, thank you for those of you who hopped on this call tonight. We hope that these stories inspired you. If you have not yet made a decision to try our product line, we highly encourage you to give it a go. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to lose. But I just want to thank all three of these men again. You guys inspire us greatly. We appreciate you so much for just stepping out and being willing to be bold and confident and convicted and sharing what the power of these products can do for not only yourself, but so many men and women, including obviously our wonderful parent population. I just appreciate you, Jason, for getting your parents on these products. That means so, so much. So you guys have a great rest of your night, and God bless. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Robin.